everyone. I'm Krista Davis, the Chief Communications Officer for Olentangy Schools. Earlier today, we held our staff convocation to welcome everyone back to school. We asked one of our recent graduates to give us a message of hope. His words were so inspirational that we wanted to share the message with everyone.
Growing up, I never really enjoyed physical education. I was always the last to get picked for every team and the first one out in most cases. But I'll never forget one of my many gym teachers named Mark Tressel, who told the class on the first day that his favorite saying was, "Challenge accepted." Now, for some whatever reason, even as young and doubtful as I was, that statement stuck for me for the rest of my life. And the reason why that is because when you say those two words, challenge accepted, you acknowledge the fact that somehow, some way, success for you is attainable. That statement alone is grounded upon the very foundation upon which all goals and successes are built: hope. Now, we throw around that word hope a lot, and we all know it's far easier to encourage people to have it than to have it in the face of true hardship. You all have lives too, with families and emotions, and on top of that, you are now tasked with working with our children during a pandemic. And any good teacher knows that the impact of COVID-19 will be far greater than mask-wearing hybrid classes and remote learning. Guidance counselors, I know that now more than ever before, it's hard to counsel a child and tell them that there is hope when you're not even sure if there's hope yourself. Teachers and intervention specialists, I know it can't be easy to help our children fight their battles even as you fight your own. It'll be hard to demonstrate to our children that now more than ever, that even administrators are people too. Our nation has lost over 177,000 souls, and job losses this year topped those during the Great Depression. Parts of everyone's day-to-day lives, whether they be young or old, have been completely thrown off course. There is not a single person in this world who has not been impacted by this virus in some form. In addition to all of that, with each new day, a new negative report goes out telling people that this sickness isn't going anywhere soon. Long story short, things are looking pretty rough right now. And this cannot be easy, especially for our school workers. So given our current state, how in the heck could anyone be expected to find hope, much less even feel it? Now, this would be a great time to pull out a historic quote. But just the other day, I heard these lyrics from an old children's movie that I believe say it best. The song was written by Ned Washington, and the first couple lines say that when you wish upon a star, it makes no difference who you are, anything your heart desires will come to you. Now, I know that sounds juvenile, but think about it for a second. When you wish upon a star is to vest all of your hopes on a tiny speck of light billions of miles away from us in the midst of darkness, to refuse to cower in the darkness, but to strive to find and follow the light. Now, more than ever before, it is time for us to instill this message in our children. I'll never forget Mr. Gill, Mr. Luthane, Mr. Highfield, and Miss Kathy Mickey, whose smiles and advice and conversation changed my life forever. No matter what hardship they faced, they walked into Orange High School each day with their backs straight and did the very best they knew how. I'll never forget Miss Dunham taking so much extra time out of her day only to help one student fighting a battle no child should have to fight each and every day for as long as it took. Miss Chimbitis, black coffee in hand with Miss Daniels being patient with me in math. Dr. McFarland telling me never to give up and to believe in myself, that it wouldn't be easy, but it would pay off in the long run. Mr. Smith and Dr. Lewis trying their hardest to bring their students together. Miss Timmons, who walked with me by the creek side after having gone through one of the most difficult periods of my entire life. There are so many other faculty members who I could name, but the fact of the matter is that they made a difference. They made a difference. No matter how small or corny any action seemed, they made a difference. They are the reason I'm where I am today. Monday, August 31st of 2020 is not the beginning of a hybrid school year. It's not the beginning of this new normal people mope and gripe about. It is the beginning of a new era as we craft a new generation of leaders. Leaders who will know that though they'll be knocked down, there is a reason to get up because every man has something to fight for. Who will know that Eleanor Roosevelt was right when she said that those with strong minds know how to discuss and devote their time to ideas over events and people. Who will know what happens when we look past what divides us to make way for what unites us. This is what leaders are made of. This is what makes history. This is the portrait of a learner we all celebrate today. So go now in hope. Go now in faith in a brighter tomorrow. Go now with a desire to save our future. Custodians, guidance counselors, teachers, administrators, intervention specialists, bus drivers, food service workers, everyone, you are on official business. For now is your time to sculpt the leaders of tomorrow. Your time to give hope to every child who believes there is none. The world is counting on you. And I am too.